getting back to this is that you can only do ICT, enter the cyber world, and do something ingenious if you question, if you look at the things placed critically. If you want to be an engineer, somebody's made a car. I drive a car, and the way the car starts and goes forward and backwards is magic to me. But I'm sure for an engineer, it's not magic. You put in the key, boom, then you are off. Or engine. What do I know about engines? But if I want to ask the questions why, I get to the bottom of the engine. And that's when I become useful with relevance to the car. So you'll get the programs. The most important thing is write your own programs. Make your own computers, you know? And what do you call it? And that's the real education. And in all this, you have to be bold. I keep on talking about the spider, and I don't want to talk too much about the spider today. But there's a spider in this room. And when you talk about a web, what are you talking about? The spider. Only the spider spins a web. But where does it it is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them. Nobody is going to limit you except yourself. But then, in order to limit yourself or get the right thing, put the right image in front of you. Whoever controls your image controls your destiny. The image you have in front of you is what is going to lead to your destiny. So put the right image there. Your girls in what? In ICT, believe you me, if you know the power of the woman, you delve more into ICT and then bring out something. As a chief, one of the symbols that I love, and when they hold it, but if you come and the linguist is holding the staff, I say, go and bring that staff. I have a special staff because it means a lot to me. That is the mother hen and the chicks. See, today we chop poultry chicken. So most of us don't even know the behavior of the mother hen. We all chop poultry chicken. You know, we eat dead chicken. But if you see the mother hen protecting the chicks, foraging for food for the chicks, then the hawk is coming, and she's prepared to give up her life to protect the chicks. Ask yourself, why the mother hen? That's the woman. The chicks are her future. The future of her genes. So even if she dies, she protects the future. It is your responsibility as girls, being educated, to think critically. To think critically about the future. And let me tell you, the future, besides other things, lies in the web, in ICT. So hold on to it very dearly, okay? And don't let what is being told you today and what was told to you yesterday become wasted in your life. Spin your own web. Spin the web for Ghana. Spin the web for Africa. With that, George, I'll gladly go and sit in the chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nana. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge the presence of the Central Regional Minister, Honorable Kwamina Duncan. Thank you for coming, sir. I'm also going to just mention that Honorable Frema Opari and Her Excellency Samira Bawumia were supposed to be here today, but unfortunately they have another engagement, a pressing engagement that they had to attend to, but they're sending their love and well wishes. Now, we are live on Sky Power FM 93.5. We're also streaming live on Facebook on the Ministry of Communications Ghana page, as well as Sky Power FM. And that's for everyone who would like to know. Up next, I would like to welcome the Western Regional Minister, Honorable Kwabena Ochiri-Darko-Mensah, to give the welcome address.
Thank you very much. Nana Chairman, Nana Koblen Katia, the 5th, Omahin of Iskado Traditional Area, Honorable Ministers of State and the Central Regional Minister, Honorable Deputy Regional Ministers, Honorable Metropolitan Municipal and District Chief Executives, the Regional and District Directors of Education, resource persons from the Communications Company, students from selected junior high schools, distinguished invited guests, and my friends from the media. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to welcome you all to the Western Region, and particularly to this program dubbed National Girls in ICT Day, under the distinguished auspices of the Ministry of Communication, which seeks to bridge the gap disparity in information and communication technology sector in our country. Nana Chairman, the Ministry of Communication, being a member of the International Telecommunications Union, ITU, has been observing the Girls in ICT Day yearly, rotating it from region to region, and today it is the turn of the region of the West to host this year's celebration. Permit me, therefore, to observe that they have now arrived, for this region is where the best is, Western Region. We are grateful to the Ministry of Communications under the able leadership of the indefatigable Honorable Ahensah Ewusu Akufo, MP for Ablikuma West, for bringing such an important intervention to our dear region. Nana Chairman, I'm told this program seeks to, 1, provide ICT training to 600 girls drawn from 9 districts in the Western region, namely Sekindita Kradi Metropolis, the Fia Kwesimintim, Ahensah West, Nzima East, and Amenfi West municipalities, as well as the Wasa East, Shama, Elembele, and Mpoho districts. 2, provide mentorship for the female students in junior high school. Consequently, asks host region, the Western Regional Coordinating Council, via the Local Planning Committee, under the chairmanship of my deputy, Honorable Eugenia Gifty Kwesi, in collaboration with other key actors from the Ministry of Communication, the Education Directorate within the region, and from the schools themselves, has put things right to enable these sessions today. I sincerely commend them for a good job done. Nana Chairman, the target girls have already been given ICT training by resource persons at the various community information centers in selected communities of the metropolitan, municipal, and district concerned. Following the practical training and assessment, students who performed well are to be awarded today. I have gathered that our girls are highly motivated to pursue courses in ICT. Having heard from female achievers in the field of ICT yesterday at this very venue. On that score, I entreat MMDAs, the regional and district directors of education, to ensure continuity of the program locally. Because for me, the Ministry of Communication has shown the way. I will therefore personally ensure that this become a deliverable to be reported upon annually by the assemblies and the regional director of education. I strongly urge our female students to take ICT very seriously in their educational endeavors because the world is now in the digital epoch. Nana Chairman, as part of my recent tour of the districts in the Western region, I was at Atuabo gas plant where I was delighted to see a number of young female engineers on the entirely Ghanaian team of professionals managing and running that facility. Vocational and technical education training, for me, provide a foundation for job and wealth creation. And therefore, the antidote to youth unemployment, engineering and ICTs are in this category. I was also glad to see an increased number of female students at the Kekam Technical Institute, the Manso NVTI in Amenfi Central District, and the Abra Youth Leadership and Skills Training Center in Ahensah West Municipality. We should therefore continue to encourage the girl child as far as her self-actualization level will carry her. For acts which Agri posted If you educate a woman, you educate a nation. Talking about the girl child, Nana Chairman, bid me say our security agencies are leaving no stone unturned to bring back home our 3 tardy girls who were kidnapped last year. Our hearts are with their families in prayer, and our conviction is that the good Lord himself will heed to our prayer. Nana Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo's vision for a Ghana beyond aid has the youth not only as beneficiary, but also architect to make this vision happen. You will agree with me that a lot has been put at the disposal of the youth in terms of free secondary education, youth in agriculture, afforestation. All the models under the NAPCO, the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, the National Vocational Education Program, among several others. And today, we are seeing what I call Girls in ICT program. Nana Chairman, in concluding, I invite those who are visitors to our lovely region, and I know Jessica says that he loves study. We invite you for the Fancy Festival, December 2019. Let's use this visit today to visit our pristine beaches at Busia, Ankobra, Isipon, Axim, etc. Enjoy our hotels and restaurants, and make time to acquaint yourself with the oil and gas installations, which are adding on to the gold, manganese, bauxite, cocoa, and forest resources the Western region is already offering to our dear nation. Ghana, enjoy the green around you and the hospitality of our people. Nana Chairman, Honorable Ministers of State, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you are all most welcome. I wish you a joyful stay in Western region, which recently gave birth to Western North region. Thank you very much, and may God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Honorable Western Regional Minister. And yes, I will be here in December, so yes, we'll see how that goes. Thank you. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the National Cybersecurity Advisor, Dr. Albert Entry Buesiako, and the Acting Deputy Director General of NITA, Mr. Kwekuche Ofori.
From health to industrialization, to agric, medicine, international travels, and beyond, technology is making our lives easier and convenient. In Africa, several challenges have inhibited us from reaching our full potential as far as the use of ICT is concerned. But we cannot run away from it in the 21st century. But with women being a large constituent in Africa's demographic, and with the huge role women play in our economy and progress, it is important to make any meaningful impact on our lives through technology if young girls are not encouraged to venture into ICT. For far too long, our societies have defined certain areas of study, such as science, medicine, engineering, and ICT, as a preserve of boys. But there is nothing about these areas that means girls cannot succeed there. Indeed, girls in this country have been known to be highly successful in these areas. We must continue to do more as a society to encourage young girls to take up these areas of study, which is why I am glad to be associated with this initiative and wish to congratulate the Honorable Minister of Communication in this regard. At the Ministry of Education, we continue to pursue policies to ensure that more girls are able to pursue studies in the STEM subject. And I am confident that we will continue to make great progress in this area as myself as a product of the STEM. My dear young ladies, I want to know that you can be whatever. I want you to know that you can be whatever you want to be if you study hard and stay focused. Do not never allow anyone to tell you ICT is the subject or an area for boys. After all, yesterday we learned that the genetic material of girls are much more improved as compared to that of boys. That makes it it's more developed than that of boys. And for that reason, there's nothing in any area, especially ICT, which women cannot pursue. And women should be able to pursue it even better, since we now know that we have the innovated and improved genetic material as compared to our dominated counterpart. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I urge all the girls never to say no to any academic pursuit which will enhance their development. The world lies before you, girls, and I stated earlier, ICT is ruling our lives now. It's ruling everything in our lives. The way you want to look in the near future, where you want to go, where you want to study, whatever you want to do. In recent times, when you're traveling and you don't have any knowledge in ICT, I tell you, you'll be stranded at the airport because everything is faceless. And when you travel and you want to shop, you don't have any shop attendants. So ICT is taking up everything. Everything. So I'm afraid those who are not pursuing higher education, the kind of work they can get to do in the near future, because all such works, technology is taking them over. A future career in this area will therefore go a long way to secure you and make you an important player in our economy, as well as bring you career fulfillment. Just set your hearts on it, and you'll be unstoppable. Many women have gone before you and have succeeded in science, technology, and engineering subjects, as you were made to know yesterday. Be inspired by their achievements and continue to blaze that trail, not just for your own purposes, but also for those little girls behind you. As other people have been role models to you, set up your mind that in the near future, you will also be role models for the younger generation. I do hope that you were encouraged by this event to renew your interest in ICT, and that you have thoroughly enjoyed yourself so far. Do not let this event be an end in itself, but an important element to maintain your interests in ICT and drive you to great heights and greater height. I wish you the very best in your future ambitions, and thank you for your time. Thank you very much, Nana Chair. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Honorable Gifty Chum Ampofo. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the Managing Director of Accra Digital Center, ADC, Mr. Eric Kofi Ahensah. Are you here? Thank you very much for coming, sir. And Hamda Zakaria of PCSRC. Thank you for coming, madam. Thank you so much. Oh, what is that? It is the Postal Courier Services Regulatory Commission of Ghana. Big woman. All right. So up next, I would like to invite to the podium the Minister, the Deputy Minister for Information, Honorable Pius Enam Hajide, to give a statement. There we go.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Nana Chairman, the Honorable Regional Minister, the Honorable Minister for Communications, Honorable Ministers of State, Honorable Deputy Ministers of State, Honorable MMDCEs, heads of institutions and agencies, captains of the ICT industry, our friends from the media, my colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you. And I bring to you the warm regards of the Honorable Minister for Information, Kojo Opon Nkrumah, who would have loved to be here himself, but unfortunately is engaged elsewhere with other equally important duties of state. The Ministry of Information is excited to be associated with the National Girls in ICT Day being hosted in this beautiful city of Takoradi, the Western Regional Capital. And we congratulate the Ministry of Communications and its allied agencies and organizations that have put together this beautiful program. Nana Chair, it's a good time to be a young student and a young girl in Ghana today. Without a doubt, ours is a president and a government that believes in young people of this country and is making huge investments into the future of young people of this country. The ambitious free SHS testifies to the commitment of the president to the young people of this country. And like I said, it is a good time to be a young person in this country. Events like these are meant to inspire young girls and young women to consider studies and careers in ICT fields and join the technology industry. May I suggest to you, my dear sisters, to look up to the lady who superintends the whole ICT industry in the country, the Honorable Minister for Communications, the evergreen Ahensah Ekufu, Member of Parliament for the good people of the Ablekuma West constituency, as your shining example, and also the several beautiful ladies, I understand, who were with you throughout the day yesterday to mentor you, as your shining examples, and should challenge you that the limitations that may exist can actually be scaled, and they have been done before. They have been scaled before, and so can you do the same. Before entering into public service, this young woman was herself a prominent feature on the ICT space of our country. It's my understanding that she was the first Ghanaian female to hold the position of CEO in the telecommunications history in Ghana. And she is also the first woman to be the Minister for Communications. My dear friends, if you still have any self-doubts, I invite you to check out Madame Estelle Sowa, who I understand also spent time with you yesterday. She also has been managing director of Busy Internet, one of the largest, if not the largest, and of course the busiest internet service providers in Accra and in Ghana for that matter. Today, it is my understanding that she works for a subsidiary company of Google, the world's largest search engine. So you have living testimonies before you to motivate you that what men can do, women can do. They can do it better if they choose to. We at the Ministry of Information consider information as a factor of production. And we know that technology can be leveraged to make this new factor of production available to the people of Ghana. ICT is one of the economic development pillars to gain national competitiveness, as its literacy becomes a functional requirement for the people's work, social, and personal lives. We recognize that young people are now an online population, and access is through a variety of means, such as computers and mobile phones. It is our hope that these gadgets become tools in our hands and not the other way around. The advent of social media should be a blessing and not a curse. We have been greatly worried about the increasing misuse of social media, especially Facebook, to engage in unhealthy and unproductive discourse. Most people hide behind the anonymity of Facebook to insult and to peddle fake news. It would be our responsibility as the new breed of information and communication technologists to help correct this. Nanache, it will be instructive to note that Facebook has reported for the 6 months between October 2018 and March 2019, 3 billion fake accounts. And within that same period, about 7 million hate speeches were deleted from their system. This should worry us all. And I challenge you, the new technologies, the new breed of technologists, to be the change that we seek. And like I said, the phones should be gadgets that we control, and they should not be the gadgets that control us. Our mandate as the ministry responsible for disseminating information on government policies, programs, and projects, and also receive feedback for policy refinement, can definitely be made easy by ICT. Already, we are rolling out some products to help in our efforts, but we are looking forward to those innovative solutions from you ladies to be able to send the good news on what government is doing to the people of Ghana. Apart from the solutions that we expect to see from you, we are also aware that ICT offers substantial material resources. It is my view that the new breed of millionaires and billionaires are going to come from the ICT industry. And I look at my young, beautiful ladies here, and I know that some of them would want to be the next Bill Gates. They would want to be the next Mark Elliott Zuckerberg. They would want to be the Steve Jobs. And not only do the names sound beautiful and interesting, those are names of people who are very, very rich. And Ghana could use some of those resources if some of our ladies can apply themselves diligently to what you were taught yesterday. Carry the torch into your academic work, listen to instruction from your teachers, discipline yourself, and like has been said before, the sky would just be the beginning. We believe in you, and you have the whole of our support. I thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Honorable Pius Enam Hajide. I don't know how many of us have been on the receiving end of trolling on social media. Can you just show by hand? Oh, there are only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, even one of the children. Oh my God, that is a very awkward place to be. Pius, what the information, the statistics you just gave out is scary. I'm still shaking from it. we need to do something about it, and I agree. I think a future Mark Zuckerberg is in this crowd somewhere. Yeah, it's totally possible. Totally possible. And so I think it's important that we bring all of us up to speed on the journey so far. A lot of us came in, the last minute, and we're trying to take some of the glory, but then a lot of work has gone into where we are today. There's a documentary that we're going to just show for a few minutes that everybody will be able to follow and appreciate all the work that has been put into the National Girls ICT Day. So please, indulge us as we show this documentary.
The Ghana government is currently transforming the socio-economic and educational culture of the country into ICT base. Government's main objective is to make the youth of Ghana globally competitive.
We want you to consider other professions that are coming up, like programming, like application specialists, software developers. All those are new things that are coming up. But you've never heard of them, have you? You've never seen anybody who is doing work like that, have you? No. We want to introduce you to it too. And that is why we're taking you through all these training this week. We need to give you the skills so that you'll also be able to take advantage of the new opportunities that are coming up. That, in a nutshell, is the reason why we're having these girls in ICT program.
As a member of the International Telecommunication Union, ITU, Ghana recognizes and celebrates the ITU's annual flagship program, Girls in ICT Day. The 2019 Girls in ICT Day is being celebrated under the theme, Expanding Horizons and Changing Attitudes. The aim is to inspire and encourage more girls and young women to consider careers in the growing field of information and communication technologies. In order to achieve this goal, a selection of well-resourced women from the country's ICT sector as role models to share, interact, and motivate the girls. As part of the 2019 ICT Girls Day, the Planning Committee selected the Western region of Ghana to commemorate the day. In all, 560 junior high school students were selected from the 9 districts in the Western region to undergo training in the selected ICT programs, including an award scheme for the best performing 10 students. The trainings were held concurrently in the various districts. The training team comprised of 50 trainers from Ghana Education Service, AFIBA Consult, and the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications.
We all know first education of girl child were relegated to the background, but thanks to 21st century leaders, they've seen the need for girls also to be trained. Now, with our ICT, we cannot turn things around in the fastest mode. By the study of ICT, we can then develop, we can then invent, we can then bring so many innovations into our system. That will help you and help me. That will develop us and bring so many things into the world for our own use.
The Honorable Minister, Ursula Owusu-Ekufo, visited schools in the various districts, commencing from Asankragua Senior High School in the Amenfi West District. She continued her visits to Kitten Community Information Center in the Sekondi Municipal Assembly of the Western Region. Her next stop was at the GIFEC Center in Asankragua. The minister encouraged the girls to take the project serious and learn hard.
The reason why we're doing this Girls in ICT project is to introduce all of you to the world of ICT. And so you can see the possibilities that are in there. there are many wonderful new jobs being created in the IT space. If you don't have the skills, you can't participate in that. And so we want to introduce you to, you're doing coding, aren't you? Yes, you're doing programming. The things you're being exposed to, the HTML, the CSL, whatever it is you're learning, are what will enable you to develop computer programs and applications like WhatsApp, like Facebook, like Instagram, like what else? Twitter. They all started with the basic coding language that you're learning now. Do you know how much money those who wrote those programs and applications are making? Billions. So we want you also to take these lessons very, very seriously, because it could provide a very different future for you.
As a sign of appreciation, the Center presented a citation to the Honorable Minister in honor of her leadership role. We say, Ayiko. Watch out for where the bus stops next as we continue expanding horizons and changing attitudes.
Please put your hands together. An absolutely amazing journey. Girls in ICT. Was I the only one who noticed that when some of them saw themselves on TV, they got really excited? That was really cute. Okay, so, I mean, I saw you, and this is off script, but I'm just curious. I saw a lot of you sitting behind computers, you know, pressing away, learning stuff. How many of you actually remember some of the things that you learned in those classrooms? I need just 2 people to tell me what they learned. I'm going to come to you. Okay, there's one girl here, and then I need maybe someone else from the back there. So tell me your name, and tell me what you learned and what you'll probably never forget. You can stand up and do that.
My name is Sandra Mensah. My name is Sandra Mensah. We learned about using HTML and CSS in making a simple website. And I will never forget that I use my own creativity to create my own website.
Put your hands together for her. She created her own website. Okay. Did I hear right that some of you also made games? Wow. I need someone to tell me about their game. Anyone here? Okay, I see someone at the back. Let me go all the way to the back. I hear usually it's the good people who sit at the back, right? All right, so tell us your name, your school, and then tell me a little bit about the game that you made, okay?
My name is Stephanie Oseus, and I'm from Chabe Methodist JHS. And we learn a game called Scratch. And when I learn the steps of the Scratch, I can create my own game and excite it. So I can't forget making it. I can always create my new game.
All right, fantastic. So you can always create a new game, you say. Was the Scratch very difficult to learn?
No.
Okay, because me, when I went on YouTube and I was trying to learn it quickly last night, I didn't understand though. So if you ladies or you girls can do it so quickly, then put your hands together for yourselves again. Woo! Absolutely amazing. And I wish that I could come around and speak to all of you, because I have a feeling that everybody has a unique experience to share. But your time is now, and it's your work that will, of course, push you forward for those of us in Accra and every part of the world to hear about you, okay? So if you really, really enjoyed what you learned, this is the time to excel. You promise to do that? You promise to do that? I'm not hearing the energy. Are you promising to do that? Yes! That is what we like. Amazing stuff. So I understand that there's a group here, a chorale group, that has a really exciting performance for us. So before we go any further, I'd like to invite the Fijai Senior High Chorale Group. Are they here? All right. Okay. Are you going to be performing from where you are? Fantastic. Can we do better with an applause one more time? Great stuff. You know, when I was in university, I used to be in the choir. Oh, no one's clapping for me. I used to sing on my very good days. I was one of the lead singers, University of Ghana Mass Choir, back in the day, so I appreciate that. We will go right ahead with our program. At this point in time, we will call on the Minister for Communications, Honorable Ahensah Owusu-Ekufo, to give us her address. Please, let's welcome her with a round of applause.
Your Royal Highness Nana Chairman, Nana Kobnan Ketia the Fifth, Omanhene of Esikado Traditional Area, the Western Regional Minister and our host, MP for Takrady, Kobna Ochirda Kumensa, Central Regional Minister and our next host, Mr. Kwame Nadankan, the Deputy Minister for Education, and MP for Ebiakwa North, who's representing the Minister for Education. the Deputy Minister for Information, who's representing the Minister for Information, Deputy Ministers of Communications, heads of all agencies present, municipal and district chief executives, pupils and teachers from selected schools who are the main reason why we're here. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be here this morning at the climax of the 2019 Girls in ICT initiative. And appreciate the fact that you've all taken time off your busy schedules to be here with us this morning, especially distinguished Chairman Nana Kwabena. I hear you were in Cape Coast yesterday. We have dragged you here this morning. And every time we call on you to help us to steer affairs, you don't hesitate to avail us of your presence. We are most grateful. Special commendation also goes to the regional minister and his team, DCs and MCs of the selected districts, as well as the regional education directorate and the district education direct offices for the tremendous support you have given to this initiative. And I can confirm that the best comes from the West because of the warm reception. The warm reception we've received, despite a few organizational challenges that we had. Thank you. To our girl child coordinators and teachers who had a Herculean task of ensuring the safety of almost 600 girls participating in this training event, I say a year call to you for all your commitment. Over 2 weeks, you took care of all these girls. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we all know the ICT sector is the fastest growing sector in our world today. No sector of the economy can run efficiently without technology. And they're all dependent on ICTs to bring efficiency in the delivery of their services. Consequently, demand for those with IT skills we meant by it. And it took a question from one of the girls to make us realize that we need to explain these acronyms that we're using. So thank you for drawing our attention to it. The International Telecommunications Union encouraged member countries to adopt measures and implement activities aimed at bridging the gender-digital divide. As it is usual for men to play with gadgets and all that, we forget that if women are also exposed to the same opportunities, they can also do as well. And so this is one of the things that we're doing to ensure that girls also realize that technology-related careers are not too complex to pursue for them, and to encourage girls and young women to consider careers in the growing field of information, communications, technology. This Girls in ICT celebration has taken place across the country on a regional basis to give a fair opportunity to our young girls and also to sensitize society on the need to encourage them to consider pursuing technology-related careers. So I'll talk to the parents of these young girls. If, as we hope, in the future, they come to you and tell you that, Mom, Dad, I don't want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, but I want to be a programmer, a software developer, an application specialist. Please don't discourage them. Encourage them. And there are resources available to enable them to explore their full potential. In the Greater Accra, Volta, Eastern, Northern, Brong Ahafo, and Ashanti regions, we have already taken this celebration. And over 4,000 girls from selected basic schools in these regions have acquired knowledge in basic computer appreciation skills under this initiative. Nana Chairman, in 2018, we reviewed the Girls in ICT initiative to include coding in the training module so as to expose the young girls to basic programming skills to improve their critical thinking and creative skills as they develop career interests. We hope that giving them such an opportunity will enable them make informed career choices and give them a better advantage in future. I was actually thrilled during my field visit to some of the districts during the coding lessons for the girls to see these girls performing brilliantly after only 3 days of being introduced to coding. In one center, a 13-year-old girl was actually standing in front of the class teaching the rest of her peers about what they had learned and leading the class. And I hope she's here today. I am amazed at the enthusiasm with which the girls adjusted to the new learning concepts of coding using CSS, HTML, among others. I must confess, it's all Greek to me. And so as I told them, I hope one of them will take me as their student and also teach me what they've learned. Nana Chairman, indeed, the ICT sector holds enormous opportunities for women with the requisite skills, but stereotyping and discrimination continue to deprive girls of the opportunity to excel in this field. Common misconceptions such as you need serious math skills to work in this area, programming is boring, logical and sterile, and people who work in the ICT field don't have a social life, etc. Put the girls off, resulting in even more gap opening up in the gender divide. And all of these stereotypes are what we have to address vigorously. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm excited that in Ghana, women shying away from pursuing careers in this sector is not our portion. And a very recent example was what the all-girls robotics team for the senior division of the World RoboFest Championship in the US demonstrated. For Ghana presented an all-girls team, and they won the topmost position, beating teams from the US, our girls from Mamfe Methodist, is it Methodist or Presby? Mamfe Presby Senior High School. Okay, now you're confusing me. Mamfe Methodist Senior High School beat teams from the US, Mexico, Egypt, South Korea, and dozens of others. These are all countries that are far advanced in the development of their digital economies. They've gone much, much further along than we have in Ghana. And yet, a team from Mamfe, small Mamfe, went and gave them all a bloody nose. This goes to confirm that given the opportunity, the Ghanaian girl is well able to compete against her counterpart anywhere in the world. We say a big ayiko to these amazing girls and wish to encourage every girl in this room, every girl hearing my voice through the magic of the media, to know that you can also do anything that you put your mind to. You can dream big, and you will be able to achieve your dreams if you stay focused and work hard. Don't let anyone put you down and tell you that you are only a girl and you can't do it. You can do it. They are no better than you. Our team was named Team Acrobot. The 9 girls from the Methodist Girls High School in the eastern region of Ghana dominated the 10 broad and challenging categories of the championship held from May 6 to 16th at the Lawrence Technological University in Southfield, Michigan. As we awaken the can-do spirit in these girls, it is important also to expose them to real-life experiences of female achievers working within the technology space. We believe that mentorship is the most effective way of changing the attitudes of these girls towards ICTs. And for this reason, we've introduced a mentorship workshop as part of the Girls in ICT initiative to bring on board accomplished Ghanaian women in the ICT industry. Not just Ghanaian. Yesterday we had a Zambian and a Rwandan woman amongst us as well. Accomplished women in the ICT industry to share their career experiences with the participating girls and motivate them. And for the second time running, all 560 girls from the 9 selected districts in the Western region had an exciting mentorship session yesterday, where they had the opportunity to interact with chief executive officers. That's another thing that we were reminded of. CEOs. We were throwing out CEO without realizing that they may not understand what that meant. The chief executive officer is the boss, the head honcho. She leads the organization. And we had the boss of Vodafone and Tigo and other organizations in this country, organizations in the IT industry run by women, to come and interact with them. And other women working in technology in EcoBank and who had set up their own IT firms to also come and interact with them. We also had DJ Switch. You remember that one? I knew you wouldn't forget, because the entire room erupted when this 11-year-old amazing girl, who also happens to be from Suaman in the Western region, we learned that yesterday, came and performed for them. And they all sang along to all the songs that she played. So you all have an amazing memory and power of recall, which is what you need to succeed in this sector. So we have a room full of budding tech entrepreneurs, IT enthusiasts, just waiting to be discovered right here. We had an amazing time last year. In addition, yesterday. In addition to all this, an open day initiative has also been introduced. And for the first time last year, we had 62 of the outstanding girls from the Ashanti region being hosted by American Towers Company, National Communications Authority, the National Information Technology Agency, and the Accra Digital Center. And I think that was also an amazing experience for them. So they saw and interacted with female tech entrepreneurs and other achievers working in their own workplaces, and had a life in the day of these women who exposed them to all manner of interesting opportunities last year. We will repeat that experience for the best 62 girls this year too. Unfortunately, we can't take all of you, so we have to select some of you. That open day event afforded the girls an opportunity to experience the application of ICT in the workplace, and also gain a better understanding of the ICT engineering operations of the organizations they visited. They also spent a typical working day with female IT professionals. We're grateful to the ATC, NCA, NITA, and Accra Digital Center for their support during the open day event. We hope that more institutions will come on board to support this laudable initiative and give an opportunity to the 60 girls selected from this year's training. In fact, Tigo and Vodafone assured us that they wanted to be part of this experience this year. So we may be we may even be able to increase the number of girls that we bring to Accra for this open day event this year, God willing. We are sure that the experience at the workplace gave the girls the extra confidence that they need to aspire to greater heights as they interacted with female ICT professionals at the workplace, and it will play a key role in shaping their future. Ladies and gentlemen, we've also recognized that one of the reasons why many girls do not choose careers in ICT and in technology is that they don't have information and guidance on the career and job opportunities available within the IT industry. I'd like to call on our academia, our counselors in the schools, and interested stakeholders to consider organizing career fairs to create awareness of all the interesting opportunities in careers existing in the technology sector to broaden our youth's knowledge about that field. And I'll urge Accra Digital Center to take the lead in this initiative, working with other agencies in the sector. This year, to sustain the interest of the participating girls, all the 60 best girls emerging from the week-long training will be given laptops. And I'll urge the parents, teachers, elder siblings of these award recipients to allow them to use their laptops. They've earned it. It's not for their fathers and mothers to take it away from them. We want them to continue utilizing the skills and building upon the skills that they have acquired in this week-long workshop. I'm not done yet. There's more. In addition to that, the first 10 girls will be given internet modems with 1-year data bundle. And through the support of the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications, GIFIC, the ICT labs of the schools of the best 21 girls emerging out of the inter-district competition will also be upgraded to support ICT learning. Every year, it gets better. As we sustain their interest, ladies and gentlemen, let us also be mindful of the negative impact of technology on the development of our children. As the Akan adage goes, merebo bia eden ebata ho, bonyuma ebata ho. With the liver comes bile. And so we need to be mindful that technology is great, but there are negative aspects to it. And so we need to be mindful of this development on our children who've become vulnerable and are struggling with the proper verification of the information that they obtain from the internet and other sources. Cyber security is important. And so we parents must also educate ourselves so that we can better guide our children and the teachers as well. I'm glad that we had a short exposure to the dangers of the internet yesterday and social media yesterday. Do you remember the video clip that we watched yesterday, girls? Are you going to be giving your address to anybody who asks for it online? What will you do if you don't have anybody to talk to? You... And you really listened yesterday. Well done. That's the helpline for children at risk who don't have anybody to talk to about anything at all. Forced marriage, child predators on the internet who are concerned about any issue at all. It's the what? Helpline of Hope. So you dial 0800 800 800 or 0800 900 900, and there will be help available. There are counselors in the schools as well, and girl-child coordinators in our schools who would also be able to help you if you have any problem that for some reason you don't think you can discuss with your parents. But your parents must be your first line of communications. But yesterday they told us that some of their parents are so strict, they are scared to even talk to them. Let's build good relationships with our children so that they will be able to come to us when they are faced with any problem at all. I'll urge parents, guardians, teachers, and the society at large to show a keen interest in how children make use of these technologies at their disposal and put safeguard measures in place to achieve positive results, as government also works towards putting in place the proper legislation to protect our children and address cybercrime. This year, we hope to have a standalone cybersecurity law with provisions on child online protection incorporated. In this new law, offenders of those who distribute sexually explicit images or videos without the consent of the parties involved, and those who promote sextortion or endorse extortion will be prosecuted with stiff sanctions attached to it. The National Cybersecurity Center is also reviewing the framework on child online protection and is engaging stakeholders on its finalization. It will include a comprehensive roadmap for the implementation of programs aimed at protecting our children online. They've also designed a comprehensive collaboration and sustainability program involving key stakeholders, including the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Gender, Children, and Social Protection on the implementation of child crime incidents. These will include online portals, hotlines, SMS lines, and a dedicated app solely for incident reporting. This has been done in collaboration with the Ghana Police Service. We've actually had a police officer seconded to the Cybersecurity Center to assist us in the implementation of our programs. And telecommunication service providers, Internet Watch Foundation, are also collaborating with them to ensure the proper handling of crime perpetrated online. Your Nana Chairman, we need to provide universal access to the resources available online and the internet. And we need to do so in order to implement our Digital Ghana agenda and narrow the urban-rural digital divide. We can't just implement all these wonderful programs and make it available only to those in big cities while ignoring the majority of our population which lives in the countryside. And so the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications is implementing the Schools Connectivity Initiative to equip basic and second cycle institutions with computers and accessories to facilitate teaching and learning. I know that the Ministry of Education, as we've been told, also has a lot of programs to ensure that all our schools are also connected. In fact, they're working on establishing an edutech unit within the Ministry of Education to be responsible for all the technology-related aspects of education. As we do more with technology, we're also equipping ourselves to be able to do that. We'll continue to work closely with the Ministry of Education to facilitate that. GIFEC is also implementing the Smart Community Project to provide affordable Wi-Fi services to unserved and underserved communities across the country. And we will work to connect all our public facilities around the country as well as we roll out our rural connectivity program, hopefully by the end of next year. My prayer and my hope and what we're working actively towards is to ensure that the 20% of our country which is not connected will be connected. It is not right that significant portions of our country don't have access to basic telephony and data. That is the wave of the future. So these children should be able to go back to their communities and access the internet or talk on the phone to anyone at all. And we'll work to make sure that it happens. GIFEC has also instituted a Coding for Kids initiative to give opportunity to kids and youth to explore the world of technology through the creation of websites, computer games, interactive arts, mobile apps, and animation stories, using programming languages like Java, HTML, CSS, amongst others. 150 teachers have benefited from the first phase of this project and have moved on to form coding clubs in their various schools to provide training for the school children. About 1,500 school children have also been trained in coding under this to pique their interest in programming. We will continue to champion the Celebration of Girls in ICT initiative to whip up the interests of our daughters, to enable them acquire IT skills, to enhance. The program will not just be an annual event, but a bi-annual one. And so, Central Region, Efinfin Mantemofo, Yerboho, by the end, why already? Next year. Are we ready? Girls in technology, girls in applications and software in Ghana. Because in December, start putting your plans together. We will start rolling out the Miss Geek competition. And we have the Miss Geek coordinator herself here with us. Give us a wave. It can only get better. And so we're formally announcing the institutionalization of the biannual celebration of Girls in ICT starting this year to afford many more girls the opportunity to take part in this innovative and exciting world of information technology. And the next one, as I've indicated, will be held in the Central Region in December. Thank you all for your attention, and may God bless us all.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm really excited about the Miss Geek thing you just mentioned. And I think it's only fair that the coordinator, no, just for 1 minute, and I know I didn't even tell you about this, but if you could just tell us a little bit about, you know, basically what the Miss Geek thing is all about. Please, let's put our hands together for her. I'm sorry, I didn't even bother to ask you your name or anything, but I'm sure you can do that. And you're coming all the way from Namibia? Rwanda. Super. Okay. Just come towards, you know, and tell us a little bit about the Miss Geek competition, is it?
Sure. So good morning, everyone. My name is Shuti Lucy Mbabazi. I am the president of Girls in ICT in Rwanda. And we have been conducting the Miss Geek competition since 2014. It was Miss Geek Rwanda. Then Smart Africa, which Ghana is a member of, decided to have a Miss Geek Africa competition. So we opened up the competition to everyone in the Smart Africa Alliance. And that's 26 countries. And so the competition will yield a Miss Geek Ghana, and Miss Geek Ghana will go on to compete with other Miss Geeks in Guinea-Conakry and future annual Transform Africa Summits, and we have fantastic prizes which we hope we continue to improve for yourselves. So I expect many of you to apply. You have to be between 16 years old, 15 years old and 21. You have about 10 days of training prior to the competition. And then at the Smart Women and Girls Summit, at the Transform Africa Summit, we announced the winners, which I hope one of you will be among them. So I look forward to reading from you, and congratulations, Ghana, on that big step. I shall support you in every way possible to make it a success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Geek. Okay. All right. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the presence of the Takoradi District Commander, Mr. Emmanuel Amoa. Thank you so much for coming out and for being here. And of course, to all the DCEs present, thank you so much for your time and presence as well. Okay, so it's time for us to get into the awards ceremony, but, and I know a lot of the top 60 girls cannot wait to take their laptops, right? We'll give it to you, no worries. We're not taking any of them back home. Before then, we have a short cultural display by the J Nyame African Cultural Troupe. Let's do it. Please, let's put our hands together for them. Man, please, let's put our hands together again for them. You know, when I see people dancing with such energy, all I can think about are my knees. I don't know about the rest of you, but whew, that's a whole workout in itself. So, great stuff, guys. Thumbs up. Please do a little drum something for me. Do something. 2 seconds. I cannot dance. Nice one there. Thank you, guys. I've got 2 left feet. I cannot dance. Okay, so it's that time of the event that we've all been waiting for, the award ceremony. What we're going to do is, we're going to be, all the 600 or say 560 girls who took part in this program will receive certificates, okay? So at least everybody walks away with something. However, the top 60 will receive theirs now, okay? Just so we all understand. Now, apart from that, and before I announce the top 60, I would also like to award the teachers and NABCO trainees who helped put these programs together. And I believe all of these teachers and trainees are going to be walking away with laptops as well. It's amazing. And so, before we come to the children, I will start with the teachers and trainees, and we'll take it from there. And so, to help me with the award presentation, I'd like to call on the Municipal Chief Executive of Ahensah West, Henrietta Mary Ahensah. Okay, so you will do the presentation for us. Maybe you can stand here. And then the teachers, once I mention your name, please just come forward, receive your award or your prize, and then we can take it like one after the other. So we will start with Haruna Sai. Haruna Sai, are you here? Let's do this as quickly as possible. Haruna Sai. As he comes, Joseph Kofi, you're next. After Joseph Kofi, Ben Konin. Ben Konin. Oscar Kuma. So you can just wait in line. Congratulations. Thank you so much for your support. I can imagine that it's not easy to teach something like this. Congratulations, guys. Ofori Edusa. Ofori Edusa, is he here? Jerry Jamanso. Everybody is getting a laptop. Alex Kofi. Louis Amoa. And after this, I will change the award presenter. Thank you very much, madam. Can I have the Director of Education, Shama District, Madam Efua Amwakwa Kwanza, to present the next. She's left. So I understand she's out, but we'll have Madam Lisbeth Akwoku stand in for her to do the presentation. Please, in the middle, right next to the ladies. All right. Can we have Emmanuel Arthur? Followed by Gilbert Affle. Obed Intifo. Yao Yangson. Are you already in order? Kwame Asepa. That's you? Okay. Francis Kujo. Okay, just so I know who you are, until I mention your name, please don't step forward yet. So I'm sure that we're actually giving it to who it's supposed to be. Yes, thank you. Nicholas Nyame. Anthony Kaku. And Saki Gabriel Tete. All right, let me change the award presenter now. Thank you very much, ma'am. Is the Director for Education, Sekendita Krade, here? Oh, you're the one. Fantastic. So you've done it for both. So the Director for Education, oh, you're here, madam. Okay, then you can please come in. Continue. Efua Amwakoa Kwansa, correct? So Andrew, is that Andrew? Andrew Ajay, that's right. Followed by George Nkrumah. Oware Darko Evans. Akresi Ajiman. Patrick Kweku Arthur. Shadrach Ezua. Joy Kofi Bakno. Thank you very much, madam. I will go on to the next award presenter. I want the Director of Education, Wasa East District, Ernestina Winful. All right, and we have John Sam Boa. Kenneth Nunu Mensah. Jordan Van Dyke. Regina Farco. My namesake, Jessica Mills. And Joyce Essie Galley. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you. I'd like to call on the Director for PPME, Ministry of Communications, Mrs. Veronica Saki, to do the rest of the presentations, at least for the next 6 or so. Okay, David Ni Ajete Ajay. Shadrach Mensah. Joseph Opoku. Samuel Ofosu. Looks like a lot of the kids love you. Isaac Bosomchi Yankee. Kwesi Gamson Yankee. Thank you very much, Mrs. Veronica Saki. I'd like to call on the Director, HR, MOC, Madam Doris Dakwa, to continue with the presentations. Stephen Yamoa. Ibrahim Amadou. Gilbert Mensbuni. Anastasia Ansa Amunu. Samuel Arthur. Prince Sebe. Okay, and the last one I'd like you to do, Madam, George Hansen. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to call on the Chief Accountant, Mrs. Angela Piesa, to do the rest of the presentations for the teachers. And we have Gifty Amegache. Felix Opoku Esiedu Jeche. Lois Arthur, or Lewis Arthur. Ibrahim Adams. And last but definitely not least, Atiga Darwin Elikem. Thank you very much, madam. Okay. So there's another list. Yeah, these are. Okay. Okay, so I have another list of about 16 people who are the girl-child coordinators and ICT officers. Now, the next set of awardees are going to be receiving laptops as well. So we'll start from, well, before I mention their names, let me call on Mrs. Gifty Chum Ampofo, the Deputy Minister for Education, to present this batch of awards. Mildred Osafo. Okay. I like the love. Francis Capra. Felicia Jemfi. Can we have some silence, please? I know you're excited, guys. Felicia Jemfi. Mariama Afran. Plenty fans. Ernestina Kanga. You're next. Ernestina, you're next. And Gloria Menuyeboa, please prepare. Congratulations, ladies. Akosia Ejewa Buampong. Akosia Ejewa Buampong. Henrietta Kwabu. Jacinta Erzwa. Emmanuel Ainin. Emmanuel. Pius Kabinla. Samson Abuga.